Hey, this is Ruth Hartunian Ellenbaugh, otherwise known as Ravings and Cravings, here with you, actually from the Zoom world today. But those of you who will be online and looking at this from the WILI YouTube channel, you'll be able to see this, and you will want to see this just for the sheer fact of that Jones and I have coordinated our outfits for today.
That's
I'm
right.
here with Jones Chen. He is the founder of what we're going to be talking about today, and it is called the Thesbar. Welcome, Jones.
Well, it's great to be here, Ruth.
Thank you. Thank you. It's an honor to have you. And you're on Pacific Coast time. I'm on Eastern Standard Time, but we're recording this ahead of time for the audience here, and you can share everywhere you want. So Jones, just let's get right to it. Let's get to all the details of what you have created. I'm going to hold it up so people can see. It's
Yes.
the Thesbar, and it has beautiful purple packaging. It says Mind, Body, and Spirit on it. There's a QR code that Jones is going to talk about, and he's going to talk about why he created this bar that I've already tasted, but I'm going to also eat it on air just, for the value of it all. So tell us, why did you create this bar? Why does the world need another bar, Jones?
That's a great question. It goes back to one pivotal moment that I had was I was in San Francisco at a stoplight, and this emaciated homeless woman was pushing her cart with all her
Mm,
belongings coming towards me, looking for a handout. And my initial thought was, I should do something. But the more I thought about it, I really didn't know how to engage, what to give.
mm, mm.
And then I started thinking about my work. And before you know it, I looked away, didn't want to make contact because I just want to move on with my life.
Yeah,
And
yep.
but then afterward, that really didn't sit right with me. It was very unsettling
Mm,
that I pass up an opportunity for showing compassion.
mm,
And that really inspired me to look for a way to create a solution where it's practical and easy to show compassion.
mm,
And being a food scientist, having worked for Power Bar and worked for a wonderful company, supplement company called Nature Made, I kind of thought that why not a nutrition bar, something that would really provide well-being,
mm, mhm,
nutrition
mhm,
to those that may be in a state of nutrition insecurity.
mm. And this is prevalent. I mean, you would think that maybe this is just a problem in another country or another place, but I mean, here in my town in Willimantic, food insecurity it's a real issue, isn't it?
It really is. I mean, we kind of see homelessness as, yeah, we see that a lot more common, no, in terms of food insecurity,
Hmm.
but it's really a much bigger issue. Homelessness is really only the tip of the iceberg when it comes to food insecurity.
Hmm.
Underneath the surface, I mean, there's 44 million people in this great country that are food insecure. 7 million,
What, say the number again? What was it?
44 million.
That's, I just can't fathom. I can't
Yeah,
fathom that, considering the fact that I see people throwing food away all the
yeah,
time.
that's right. That is so sad. And what's more tragic is that there's 7 million children going to school hungry, not
Mm-hmm.
having breakfast or lunch. And boy, how do you learn and grow without proper nutrition?
Right.
And that really struck a chord in me
Mm-hmm.
because knowing me knowing about nutrition is the fact that it really enslaved people. They put them in a state of dysfunctionality affecting their growth and development and just day-to-day function.
Mm-hmm. What makes your Thess bar different than some of the other corporations, the other organizations that you have served under? What's different about yours as opposed to others?
Yeah, this Death Bar is really designed for those that are in food insecurity.
Mm-hmm.
those that do not have access to proper nutrition.
Mhm.
Yes, there's a lot of food being handed out, but many of the options are typically empty calories, donated food, extra expired product that are typically high in fat, sugar, and
Mhm.
salt. And typically that's what's donated to those in need.
Yeah,
And they
yes.
really need proper nutrition.
Mm.
Um, I think it's really under-recognized, uh, the impact of poor nutrition to the well-being of an individual. According to USDA, poor
Mhm.
nutrition is the leading cause of illness, leading to, obesity,
Mhm.
diabetes, cardiovascular risk, and it's a major contributor of 85% of our healthcare cost.
And
Imagine that.
that's astounding. So tell us the content of the things for the layperson. Like, let's not get
Yes.
too technical. What is the content of what is in a Thess bar?
Yeah, so this bar is designed for balanced nutrition.
Okay.
It contains 20 vitamins and minerals.
Wow.
Um, for instance, B1 and vitamin C, which are typically low in for those that are unhoused, um, is 100% of the daily value. And
In
the
one bar, in one
Yeah,
bar.
one bar. You get basically the daily requirement of B1 and vitamin C in one bar, plus, the other essential vitamins and mineral around 60 to 70%. So basically, you eat two bars or eat a bar with a typical um, meal,
Mhm.
it's beyond what you need in the daily requirement. So just to put it into perspective here, basically one Thesbar contain more nutrients than 1.5 ounce of chicken,
One and a half
one
up.
cup, yeah, 1 cup of carrot, 1 cup of broccoli, and half cup of brown rice. You would think that that's a pretty good, balanced meal, and that's all contained in one convenient bar.
Mhm.
And what I found out that many of the in-house or people that are poor in nutrition don't have very good dental. And many of the bars out there is really too hard for them to eat. Many
And
contain nuts.
that is so true because like when they get older, they get harder.
Yes.
Then you need a hammer.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, some of the bars contain a lot of nuts. In fact, yeah, there's one bar out there that's only nuts.
Mhm.
And it's really difficult
To chew.
for
Yeah.
those that are homeless to eat that kind of bar.
Mhm.
So this bar is designed not to melt, plus it's super soft, so it kind of melts in your mouth when you eat it. In fact, we have a lot of testimonial from our unhoused neighbors how even though that they don't have any front teeth, they could still eat it, and it's like, wow, I can eat this.
Yeah.
So that's not, I think it's the only bar in the marketplace that's designed for those in need. Plus, it has a bioactive in there, Wellmune, from one of the largest nutritional ingredient houses in the world.
Hmm.
They make this bioactive from yeast extract, and it's clinically proven to boost immunity, energy, and mental clarity under stress. And we thought, boy, those people that are marginalized, they go through tremendous stress on a daily
Yes. Yes.
basis of trying to find the next meal, shelter, finances, dealing with despair and disconnection. We just want to have, you know, as much nutrients as possible, especially something that is helping them not to get reduce the risk of catching colds under stressful conditions.
Mm-hmm.
So we really design using the latest nutritional advancement for those that need it the most.
Well, and so you're addressing the physical health, you're addressing in one bar, you're also, correct me if I'm wrong, you're addressing mental health,
Yes,
and
yes,
you're addressing the whole of the person, not just one part of them.
that's right. I think that's why, mind, body, spirit, because the other thing that I found out is that dealing with despair and disconnection, um, many of those that are on the streets, there's a lot of isolation. People don't recognize it, just walk by, and I walk
Mm,
by them, and it's very easy for them to kind of fade into the backdrop of our society,
mhm,
and not be recognized. So,
mm.
we just want to encourage them. That's why we have a QR code on the wrapper, so that when they scan with their phone, and surprisingly, 80% of the, you know, unhoused do have a phone, a smartphone.
They
Uh,
do. That's true.
yeah, that they get from the government. So when they scan on that, it provide encouraging messages like, "Hey, you are loved, um, by our wonderful Lord. You have refuge. You have value.
Mm,
You
mhm.
have value despite what you're going through. You still have value as a person, and you still have purpose." So we would want to remind them that there's still hope in what they're going through.
Yeah. Well, and I have so many things I wanted to ask you in such a short amount of time, but I do have a bar here. And so I'm hoping that people will watch this on YouTube because, I'll just describe that it looks like a rectangular bar. I just took this one out of the package.
Mhm.
You can tell I was already having a bit of a snack.
Good.
But I'm gonna break it off and I can do this very easily with my hand. So that, addressing the issue of, being able to chew something, being able to eat
Yeah.
something. And then, I want to tell people what I'm eating and what it tastes like because I think, if you live long enough, you've tried a bar and it tastes awful. So who's going to eat that, right?
Yeah.
But the test bar has a very nice flavor. It has a good amount of nutrition. I am eating what does it say? Is it the chocolate?
Peanut butter.
Yep, I'm eating that one. It's a 2.22 ounce bar. It tastes really nice and it's very satisfying. So like I could probably eat half a bar and be happy.
We had one gentleman off the street that ate a bar, and he said, wow, I could eat this. I feel good after eating it,
Yeah.
and it helps me, fills me up for the day.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, uh, we don't know what it's like not knowing when the next meal comes, but
Yeah.
there are many people out there that
Mm-hmm.
don't know when the next meal will come.
It's
And
true.
having something on their body so that it's a bridge for the
Mm-hmm.
next meal is so essential.
It is. And it's interesting and to bring things a little bit more local at this point and say, very interesting how we met. So I sit on the Salvation Army Advisory Board here in my town in Willimantic.
Yeah.
And one of the people on the board, we call him Mr. Dave. He gave me the Salvation Army magazine from, it's called The War Cry. And
Hmm.
this is the issue that I'm holding it up for people who can't see.
Yes.
This is the issue that he gave me. And I'm like, I need another thing to read. But I flipped through the pages and I found your story
That's amazing. I mean,
about,
there's a lot of articles in there for you to, land on that one.
but
That's very special.
well, the headline, whoever wrote it did a good job because the article was called Nourishing Bodies and Nourishing Souls.
Mm,
And for me, as a person of faith, a person who says she is a Christian, that to me that caught my eye. And so that's why I read the story. And so hence the connection.
yeah.
So, that brings things on a more local level. However, your product is available anywhere, and I want people to know how to find it and how to get it. So, could you tell us how you do that?
Yeah, you could simply go on our website, www.thesbar, THESSBAR
Hmm.
.org, ORG,
Yep.
and there is a purchase tab right on the top of the website,
Hmm.
and simply click on it, and you could purchase a case of 50 bars. It's designed for not only for personal consumption, pass it to your friends and family to nourish them, to, to get them the daily nutrient needs,
Hmm.
but also to share, also to pass out.
Mm-hmm.
When you see someone in need, you know, it's designed for intentional acts of kindness. Keep it in your car, keep it in your backpack, keep it on
Intentional.
your purse so that when you do see someone in need, you could have something to pass out. And that's what really designed for,
Mm-hmm.
to allow someone to express uh, acts of kindness, act of
Mm-hmm.
compassion intentionally.
Mm-hmm. And you know, I have tasted it, and actually, you'll be proud of me. I did share a couple of them
Hey, that's fantastic.
because you sent me so many. I was like, okay, I think I could share some of these. That would be fun.
Yeah, yeah, it's amazing. I mean, I go by and where I live at the intersection, there's usually a person, I'm hungry,
Yep.
you know, and just that 10-second of interaction put a smile on for me and for the
Mm-hmm.
person. And that 10 seconds is not a whole lot of time,
Mm.
but yet it means so much for, that person that's receiving to be recognized.
I want you to, if you would please talk more about the QR code message.
Hmm.
I think that's a very unique element, and that addresses the soul part of your art.
Yes.
And then I also want you to tell us how you came up with the name. What is the where did that come from?
Yeah, so talking about encouraging messages of hope, I cannot think of a better message than the gospel of Jesus Christ,
Mhm,
because knowing that we are loved,
mm,
and someone 2,000 years ago actually came down to love us,
mhm,
to sacrifice himself for us by dying on the cross. And as a result, we can have a reunion with God and be right with God. And we want to make sure that message goes out
mhm,
uh, about the gospel, the good news of our Lord Jesus Christ and what he did on the cross. And besides that, there's other encouraging message like I spoke
mhm,
about you are value. In fact, we have a video that,
mhm,
one video that no matter what you do with a dollar bill, you tear it up, you throw it in the garbage. When you put it back together, it still have a value of a dollar. It's never lost.
mhm,
And we want to remind people that no matter what happened in their life, they might be, in situations where they don't want to be at. They might be feel so they might have lost their esteem,
mhm,
um, but they still have value, and we just want to remind them of that. I could tell a wonderful story about the impact of the
mhm,
QR code.
mhm,
There's this little boy, a 4-year-old. At the time, we were just putting stickers on our prototype bars, and I had a friend. He had a 4-year-old son named Josh. He was helping us put stickers on the bar, and
mhm,
Josh goes to his dad, what's this square thing? And dad goes, it's a QR code, and you scan on your phone, you have videos. And his Josh goes, I want to watch it. So
mhm,
he watched
mhm,
that 90-second animated video of the good news. And he goes to his dad, I want to watch it again. I want to watch it again. And then he goes later to his dad, Dad, I want to know Jesus.
mhm,
And what was really special is that the next day he sees a homeless person near his school, and he goes to his mom, Mom, let's give them a Thess bar. Let's give them a Thess bar. And then his mom is like, I'm not sure about doing that.
mhm,
And Josh was very insistent. He's like, we have to give him a Thess bar. And so they did. And I think that's when I knew that if a 4-year-old gets it, we have something. We have something here.
Well, you know, that generation is the one that's going to be feeding us.
Yes, yes,
So
yes.
better that they do that and they have that heart now, you know?
Yeah, exactly, exactly. And then also on the QR code, there is a connection form that someone can fill out. They fill it out, whether it's a prayer request or just wanting to connect with someone. it gets routed to a local church within their area code, and someone from a local church would respond back through text messaging so that they can have a connection with someone.
I think that is so genius because it's like, then I have somebody to eat with.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's like, then I get invited to the table.
Yes.
I can't believe
Yes.
that you do that. I just think that connection part that is epic, Jones. Let me
We
tell you.
felt that that's what, we really need to close
Oh
the loop,
yeah. Oh yeah.
that someone can experience an act of compassion.
Hmm.
Then they would have a product that would satisfy the physical and spiritual need. And if they need further relationship and support, then they have a means to
Hmm.
get that. And we felt that it is so important to close the
Yeah.
loop.
Well, and then where did the name of the bar come from? Where'd that come from?
Yes, that really, I mean, when I first got the concept, I started looking at different names, and everything that's related to nutrition or goodness is already taken, is already trademarked. So it was like, how did. And then I was reading First Thessalonians 5:23, and it spoke about being right, mind, body, and spirit,
Oh, there you go.
especially with God. And wow, that's it. Mind, body, and spirit, being right.
Hmm.
So that's where Thes came from
Hmm.
basically Thessalonian. And the reason why is purple in color is that hundreds of years ago, the purple color is very special. You can only extract it from seashells, so it becomes very priceless.
Mm.
Only royalty and people of means can have access to the color purple.
Hmm.
And unfortunately, today, nutrition is becoming less and less affordable
Mm.
to
Yeah,
those
that's
in
true.
need. For many people buying a basket of blueberry at $7, $8, we don't even like organic this, non-GMO that. We pay 2 or 4 times more
Yeah,
for
that's
that,
true.
right? And we
Yes.
don't even think about it because
Hmm.
we want nutrition. We want to eat well. We know
Hmm.
how that really impacts the well-being of our body.
Hmm.
But less and less, the um, poor and needy don't have access to nutrition. In fact, they heavily rely on fast food because it's
Right.
tasty, it's convenient, and
Cheaper.
is far less
Well,
expensive.
used to
But
be cheaper.
exactly.
Used to be,
So
now it's not.
exactly, that's a wonderful point. And just to put it perspective, the cost of a bar, we're making it, we're basically providing that at cost $1.40 a bar. And comparable bar in the
$1.40
marketplace would
for
be,
this for this whole thing. I mean,
yeah,
that's cheaper. That's at least half the price of most energy bar things.
yeah, 1/3, in
Maybe
fact.
1/3. I was gonna say that.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And for $1.40, if I now go to a McDonald's and get a small soda, it's $1.69.
Yeah, that's true. I can't even get a cup of coffee there, small cup of coffee.
Yeah. A soda for
And
$1.69.
that's bad, crappy food. So
Yeah.
that's not good food.
And the poor, I mean, that's due to convenience and
Yeah.
costs, they have to resort on fast food. In fact, I was talking to someone, and they were telling me in the Denver area, the number one place to redeem food stamps is 7-Eleven. Number one place
It's the
where
most
people come.
expensive there, but it's
And
convenient. It's the convenience.
yeah, and are
Oh,
there what do you find in a 7-Eleven?
blue juice, blue juice and potato chips. Although
Yeah, not a whole lot of
prepared
nutritious
food.
options, right?
Yeah.
A lot of sodas, a lot of chips, a lot of snacks,
I
a
think
lot of
they're trying to do
cookies.
like you see hard boiled eggs packaged and you can get see some green things once in a while, you know. But I get your point. Well, the Thess bar is here to stay, Jones, right? I'm gonna hold it up one more time for everybody to see. because I want you to go to YouTube and take a look at the visuals on this interview. I I really hope that communities everywhere will invest in this product and that they'll use it and feed their people. It's an incredible product from so many different aspects. You know, it's like a diamond. There are so many facets, so many things that one nutritional bar can address. And I
Mm.
think I am a fan, and I might have to save these last few for myself because
Well, don't worry
as
about it. Keep that pipeline flowing for you. I mean, it's
I
so gracious of you to, to allow me to use your platform to get the word
and
out, because
it's
I
fine.
really think it's really important for us to think about those that are in need, especially when we
Mm-hmm.
encounter someone on the street, to recognize them, at the very least, to recognize them and say, hello, how you doing? And have a conversation, have a moment with them, because there are people in need, and I tell you, if you would be amazed, what it does to us when we just offer a little acts of kindness. It pays back in dividends. Just
You
have
can't,
that feeling.
well, and you can't express an act of kindness to someone who's invisible.
Exactly, exactly.
A person has to be seen.
Yes,
You know,
yeah.
let us have the courage and the will to do just that. And I'm going to thank you so much for being here today on Ravings and Cravings on Good Company WILI. It is a pleasure. I wish you only the best, Jones, and God bless you.
Well, thank you, Ruth.
Thanks.